your drawings into Lego. Today I'm turning over 50 of your drawings into Lego monsters using pieces from my collection. And then we're going to test how scary they all are. The first drawing is from Joaquin, and it's this freaky looking flower creature named Sunny. These monsters will only get scarier and harder to build as we go on, but these yellow minifigure shield pieces will be perfect for Sunny's petals, which we can clip around the circular center. I use different shaped horn pieces to form the wiry neck and limbs, and we can finish her off with those creepy, hypnotizing eyes, telling you to subscribe if you want a chance to be in the next video like this. All these drawings were sent in by my very talented subscribers, and I heard if you don't subscribe, Jacob's monster named Choodle will be on your bed tonight. That's obviously not true. I use these pieces as the terrifying teeth and gaping. I even built the little uvula back there that you would not want to see up close. The fact that this monstrosity has no eyes, nasty lips, gross thick back hair, and this disgusting little rat tail all makes me deeply, deeply uncomfortable. It's perfect. But we need a break from
Enquanto o pai comprar a massa de pastel, ele pode passar na farmácia. Hein? Hein, mãe? Ele pode, daí. Por que você não fala pra ele? Hein?
Ajuda o quê?
Ele pode... Se você falar quando ele for, ele pode passar na farmácia. Se essa moça não...
Ai, devia ter tomado antialérgico, a intoxicação toda aqui.
And it spits out a list of every set it's ever been included in. Looks like there's 12 in this Mario set, which I just so happen to have in my backlog vault. Yeah, so I have a bit of a problem buying deeply discounted Lego for future videos and then never having time to build any of them. But I'm finally cracking some of them open to take what I need and then immediately put them back into the vault. Seriously, I destroyed the resale value of dozens of sets by borrowing the most random pieces from them. But with our biggest monster yet now finished, let's speed run through a bunch of smaller ones before I explain where I'm sending them. I pilfered parts from the piranha plant pipe to build Poe, which we can attach to the Z-Blob body. By putting tiles on this circular plate, we can round off the legs and arms of Mikkel's angry gingerbread monster.
Hein, Raj? Tem antialérgico por rir aí em casa? Ele tá todo cheio de bolinha. Tem daqueles lá, acabou? Tem daquele ainda? Tem que dar 2 pra ele, então. Né, filho?
Uhum.
Ele quer comer alguma coisa.
Quer a massinha de pastel.
Que massinha de pastel você quer?
Aquela massa lá que nós faz pastel. Só que o pai não vai.
E você não quer outra coisa?
Não.
Tem que ser aquilo?
Pode.
Comer o pastel ou a massinha de pastel? O pastel não pede pastel.
Like this next one by Bees of the West, a terrifying bunny rabbit named Psychonin that I'm going to make heavy use of these mixel joints to build. The great thing about these things is you can pose any number of them at any angle, which we can apply to the legs, arms, long creepy tail with a razor sharp tip, and the scary bunny ears with snake mouths at the ends. How do you guys think of this stuff? We'll add the green stripe down the middle that has spikes on the back, by the way, stitches keeping his limbs from falling out, and this clip to attach his head at an angle to make it even more unsettling. Yeah, this might actually be the second scariest monster in the whole video. Trixie's gonna have a heart attack if we don't throw her a bone soon, and that's not what I meant, Chris. Bone snapper? Really? By that purple stuff.
Mas não tem.
Não?
Abs from the drawing. The yellow side of his head is all round and smooth, the satisfying sideways building, while the purple side is jagged and furry. This black hot dog piece is overpowered when it comes to making smiles. I used it so many times in this video.
Tem pizza, mas...
But arms are my favorite
Deixa eu
part.
tirar.
Like the feathery red one that looks like it needs a hand. And this bulging, mutated, massive
Tirar
muscle.
tomate.
Yeah, this guy's going on the thumbnail. Trixie's new room wasn't offering her much escape from the monsters swarming outside.
Oh,
Posters to make it feel like home. But all it really did was give Oogie the idea to draw a cheese monster cat. Booches. I like that. Booches. So far, I've tried my best to avoid making every single monster completely two-dimensional. But since Lego can get away with selling a $1,000 death slice, I'll give myself a pass with Booches. There isn't any budget for dual-molded legs, though. But we can give Booches some whiskers using lever pieces, more black hot dogs for Booches' forehead wrinkles, and add a squiggly tongue and squiggly tails. Making Booches flat also let me hide the janky nonsense I needed to position the 4 different ears and attach a clear support for Cookie, your little ghost friend. Booches. I really like saying Booches. Please add the word Booches to every comment on this video. But since the posters weren't enough, Trixie upgraded her bed with a nice fluffy canopy using these capes I taped on as drapes. She tried to get some sleep, but all she could think about were the creepy crawlies hiding under the bed, like the patch creeper. I repurposed this Lego scorpion to make its unsettling, snaky body with thorns, vines, 2 jack-o'-lantern heads connected with even more black hot dogs, and the Eye of Sauron? Okay, wow. This one probably has the most unique body shape so far. Then Hannah drew this adorable little mushroom creature. And since I'm like the Lego fun guy, I got right to work stealing even more pieces from the poor piranha plant to build the cat. It's not possible to make it as droopy as the picture, but these
É o bebê
tiles
que tá
are
nascendo?
perfect for his droopy eyes. He's sad because
Ah,
he's
já
a
vi o que
giant Venus
aconteceu.
flytrap snake that's squeezing him to death. And there's not much room left in his lungs. So I built up the striped belly, spiky hood, and forked tongue of the ravenous reptile.
O Rian quer um pastel, Rod. Você vai querer alguma coisa?
Trixie with all these
Eu
monsters.
vou pegar no mais esfirra pra
She
ele.
put up this shelf to display her
Ele quer um pastel.
they might keep her safe. But these next
Quer
few
fazer
monsters,
pastel
I
normal
actually
ou
tried to
quer só
build
com
as
massinha?
minifigures.
Eu vou pedir um pastel pra ele.
Eu queria fazer.
Claw hand works
Ele quer
perfectly.
fazer, mas até
We'll give
no
him a fish
mercado
fin,
comprar.
fish tail, and then his
Vamos comprar
fish
pastel, né?
eyes are up here, thank you, made with a cherry piece. Those are his fish
Já pedi, vou pedir.
Lucky Guy's monster kind of
Vai
looks like a
ganhar
frog,
dinheiro
so I
de
built
cada
Kermit the
ano.
Country
Yeah.
Singer. And then
Você não
Cole
quer
sent in
nada?
this picture with
Quero,
a little
lógico que
note,
quero.
"One
Oxi.
time I had a tree
Diga.
stroke." Unlucky Guy's monster kind of
Quer
looks like a
pastel.
frog, so I built
Pastel.
Kermit the Country Singer. And then Cole sent in this picture with a little note, "One time to accidentally make a monster look like Mike Wazowski." Or maybe some of these are on purpose, I don't know. Much to Trixie's dismay, I gave her a
Mas só tem
closet door
hambúrguer
that
pera, não?
monster started
Eu acho não.
pouring out of to harvest her screen. Someday I'd love to build the Monsters Inc. door factory. But for now, I unbiasedly chose this monster by Toast GT, the Factorian Squid, which was super easy to build. Its eye and tentacles bursting out of the walls and floor of my robot factory. Our biggest monsters so far have just been buildings with limbs, I guess. But then since this giant Sparky wasn't in the picture, I transformed him into another monster that both Luca and Toad drew. Boogie. We'll give him to Oogie to stand on to do a little Oogie Boogie. Wow, talk about a boogie, man. Drew this masterpiece named Mr. Aura. And every last detail I can recreate will add more and more to his aura. So we've got his cold, dead eyes, expressionless mouth, and I stole this micro Minecraft skeleton's face for his little nostrils. I know most people won't notice such a tiny detail, but we have to for the aura. He also needs his gold chain, stubby little arms, and we can use these white banana pieces as his Sonic the Hedgehog quill. Turt's drawing also has
Os
this
lances daqui é
distinct
antes
extra
artesanal,
lump
Rod.
here, and with a few rounded slopes, the aura of his gut is off the charts. Finally, we'll give him Skechers and steal Diddy's hat to create his iconic aura ball cap. This is something else. I don't even know what aura is, to be honest. But now we've got monsters under the bed, monsters in the closet. My sister had a dream about a fish monster in the toilet once, and now monsters will be watching Trixie through these windows. Lego doesn't make very many sizes of eyes, so that usually determines how big or small I can build each creature. Like for Toby's drawing, Fluffykins, we can either use these these eyes, which are too small, or these ones, which fit perfectly with yet another sausagey smile. But since his fur is red, and since we already
É
have
um
so
hambúrguer
many other red
artesanal,
monsters, I'm
maionese,
going to use this
queijo, bacon,
transparent red color
salada
to
e
make him a
porção de
little more
queijo,
unique.
23.
This
Da
required some
Paula?
sideways building
Não, ela não
techniques to
esfirra.
completely surround his
Não
head
pastel
and
pra
his
ele.
tummy
Ah,
with
mas eu quero
plates.
leite
And
do
then I
açúcar.
used some cheese
Ah,
slopes
então
to add an
você faz,
extra
então.
fluffy texture.
É.
The legs, arms, and horns were much simpler. And then to make his orange tail, I just used a Lego brick separator. And speaking of which, Andrew and Drew drew monsters based on a brick separator and a broken brown piece. These were the easiest ones to build in the whole video. Plus they played Kahoot with Terry. Comment below your answer. Okay, after building so many monsters, my table is a disaster, being absolutely covered with bricks, bins, dead bird. That's what B3 stands for, actually. I normally try to clean up as I go, but these little goopers are so fun to make that I kind of got distracted and just let them pile up. Now that everything's all tidy,
Olha
I
só,
start
vai.
building Japheth's monster, Iceberg. It was like that one level in Mario Galaxy. This half is fire engine.